Greetings everyone, and great here with another Couple Heroes 1 replay. Spot on bottom left side as the British forces, we have the WerWolf. Then we're 2E, W-E-R-E, I may be mistaken. And as his teammate as the other British player, where it's WezPokaz. On the opponent as the person who submitted the replay, we have a Stoklomolvi. I still need to know how to pronounce his name. And his teammate as the other WerWolf player, not the Panzer League player, we have Donkey Fucker. Stop fucking donkeys. Horses were that, get a nice mare. Ground carrier has been deployed on out. We've got some intersections here, both the scope rifle squads, so maybe the British forces are trying to set up their HQs in this region. Though if they put them too close to each other, they would be very vulnerable to Nebel Warfers and Hummels. So don't place the British HQs next to each other. That's the only thing I want to say. Orange has packed up his HQ, make its way forward as well. Currently the other British players not packing us up his HQ. Ground carrier has taxied up some scope rifle squads. Both scope rifle squads are in this region. Kaliningrad will shortly be overran by the bread carrier and all the infantry, not liking to defend himself anyway.
Panzer, we're losing a fuel depot to the enemy.
Let's get deployed, designated marks him there onto the G43 squad. Does fall back now. He should probably tell his teammate he's getting double team. So he's going to do some mass capturing up here. A lot of pioneers are great for capturing, especially with the slower engagement, slower mobility of the Brits. At least in the early game. Get double team. Yep. Let the pioneers capture some points. Bring over the Volksgrenadiers. Perhaps an MG42 wouldn't hurt as well. Volksgrenadiers engaging at long range onto the scope rifle squad. I think he's pinging these Volksgrenadiers a cap. The Volksgrenadiers need to be brought over here as soon as possible. G43 squads advancing. And the Soviet squad does fall back now. Both Volksgrenadiers in the region. Maybe El Pursuit gets a bit damage there. Oh wait, that's a Vickers emplacement there. The British Vickers emplacement does only cost manpower and population space, while the US emplacement does cost a bit of fuel and manpower, but no population space. Volksgrenadier squad may need to fall back entirely, and does get fully pinned right there as well. It is a long retreat for the Wehrmacht player, and this squad does fall back as well. We've got a mortar emplacement now has been deployed on out. And now do have a fresh infantry half-track being deployed on out. Scope rifle squad is advancing. Got this half-track loaded up with some Panzergrenadiers. With two squads of Panzergrenadiers, more precisely. Kaliningrad advancing. And right now this Brendan carrier is going around, capture some points with the infantry unit in the back. Does manage to overrun get past the Vickers placement there with the Panzergrenadiers. Scope rifle squad now being pursued. Does dismount both of these squads here to get all their rifles firing. It does get quickly suppressed there by the Pinto mount, or Hall mount. Is this a Pinto, Hall, or coaxial? Mounted machine gun. Another set of scope rifles squads pushing away forward as well, one from each player. Another infantry half-track advancing. He does have access to forward reinforcements here. Does get suppression on one of those squads as well. And with the nice flank shots there, he may be able to suppress the other squad while at it. Good damage onto this scope rifle squads. The mounted plate cells being effective. You've got both headquarters command trucks here. That's probably a little bit too close because the Nebel Warfers do have pretty wide scatter there. Ground carrier and scope rifle squad advancing. Capture clearance station being deployed on now. This may be just far, far too close. Looks like the infantry support truck being queued on up, or could be a lieutenant. Volksgrenadiers making their advance. Scope rifle squads are having a bit of trouble dealing with all the Volksgrenadiers. That was a casualty clearing station that I think actually got destroyed, not canceled. Mortar emplacement receiving quite a bit of fire as well, and infantry tracks can provide forward reinforcements both to the Panzer Grenadiers and to the Volksgrenadiers. This Panzer Grenadier receiving lots of fire there, does get reinforcement, maybe loading the back a bit, does drop a model there as well because that one model was quite wounded. Mortar emplacement receiving quite a bit of fire, make it decrewed only shortly.
Kampfgruppe Company has reported in and is ready to be deployed.
And the emplacement does get decrewed. We do have the infantry half track, does get one level of defense. Infantry section receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Could potentially be wiped. He may need to pack up the HQ to fully withdraw it. And run around Rosie to get some repairs. So it actually goes on the back of the Bren carrier. Looks like the Volksgrenadiers do fall back as well. Panzer Grenadiers, both of them have level 1 veterancy, only one squad of G43s, and now got a Panzertruck. That's a good idea of getting a Panzertruck out, allows him to start sieging down these structures. Destroys the mortar placement entirely, very good. We'll take a bit of time to take out the HQ command truck. Lieutenant catching at the point there. He should actually be back here, inspiring his troops to fight harder. But now he's about to get overran. Does fall back now. This half-track is quite wounded. He does get damage to crit there from the bolt action rifles, but does take out the lieutenant there, which is quite important. Does go ahead and take out that Vickers placement over there of the Panzertruck. Panzer Grenadiers swoop back on out. We got Piets loaded back of the Bren carrier as well. That is not a rifle grenade squad, but full Piets. And good hits there onto that Vickers emplacement.
We are losing ground.
Oh, wait. Okay, he didn't wipe out that squad. I thought he got wiped out. But he does load up the half-track there with the 2 remaining models. We do have... That is the Kettengrad getting button now out of control and dead. Up north. Oh! We got radio translations. So one of the players have gone for commandos. I was wondering about what this giant thing was. Going for this one here. He needs to get one somewhere along this line to get a good triangulation. It may be a good idea to go for this one. Destroy this one, throw in the bottom corner of this map, and then somewhere over here. I'm not so sure what would be the best spot for our radio triangulation. Hugo Scott, that's an MG bunker there, and a casualty recovery bunker. Roadblocks, which means scorched earth. Let's go ahead and start from the top. This is not the commando player. An unknown doctrine has been selected for him, or no doctrine. 2 command points seems about right. Volksgrenadiers and Grenadiers make an advance. 1 level of veterancy as well. For his teammate, we definitely know he's gone for a radio triangulation. So he has gotten the commando doctrine.
MG ready for orders.
MG placement has been deployed now, and we've got the armor command truck now being deployed out as well. Casualty clearing station now being built by this Brit. And now we've got the infantry half track pushing way forward as well. It immediately gets button. We do, of course, got the Bren carrier does receive damage to crit as well. Both are those light vehicles with damage. And 30 count placement getting some great suppression on all the Panzer Grenadiers. Does take it out there, very nice. Now scope rifles coming in for a flank. And the Wehrmacht player. An unknown doctrine, or no doctrine selected. Scope rifles and Piet squad engaged in some Volksgrenadiers. Got some MP40 Volks as well. I do like some MP40 Volks. Good hit there from the Piet. And let's see, start overrunning these scope rifles. He's having a bit of trouble doing some damage at the moment. Now dancing around quite a bit there. The Volksgrenadier squad will need to fall back. Casualties recovered. That would be casualty number 2. It wouldn't surprise me at 3 and 4, maybe already out on the field. Yep, this guy's going for this casualty now. And this casualty is being covered as well. If he gets both these casualties recovered, that will give him free Grenadier. Great grenade right there, getting 3 models. And we've got Ploy designated marksman as well, taking out one of the Grenadier models. As Grenadiers to push on forward as well, gain some sporadic damage. There's 2 Piet squads in this region. Not like the greatest anti-infantry. And mortar half-track being deployed out as well. Was that Camp Griffin Company? Not logistics? Yep. Folks, Grenadiers and Grenadiers pushing way forward. Does take out one of the medics, Brit medics there. Captain Sark pushes his way forward. As used suppressive fire on the intersection now from one of the G43 squads. PS squad and Scope Raptor squad has scored force back. Captain go ahead and backing off with them. And looks like the Pack 38 does receive a direct hit there by the PX. Scope rifles are slowly picking off that Volks Grenadiers, but they are quite wounded. He is running on in, Sindri mortar rains on as well. Now, what battle phase was that? Was that assault? Yeah, assault battle phase, and that is officer artillery. I think the other Brit has gone. No, that could be decoy barrage. Nope, no decoy barrage available for the not decoy barrage, the actual barrage. That's not the decoy barrage, which is not that. So that was actually Royal Artillery has been selected as well. We got a Cromwell. That's not a command tank, so Cromwell has been floated out. Brent carry with PS loading back, pushes away forward as well. Does receive a hit there by the Panzerschreck. And this is a tank buster squad now pushing way forward, trying to get some hits there on the Cromwell. Does get killed there on the Kaliningrad as well. Good as there on the Panzerschreck squad. He does throw a round onto the fence line. We got the Scope Rifle squad receiving a hit of fire. Pack 38 does get decrewed, and this Scope Rifle squad may get fully wiped there, as more of these casualties are being parted by the Wehrmacht player. This medic will go back empty-handed. Now got the battle phase now complete. His teammate has gone for Scorched Earth, so you can rely on his teammate to go for artillery. Maybe a good idea at this point in time go for Panzer IV or Panther. Good as there onto the mortar half-track.
We have gained momentum on the field.
Good hits there onto the EF squad as well. Mortar half-track will fall back. Ooh. Hey, that Panzerschreck's been pretty accurate thanks to the 2 levels of veterancy. You could potentially deploy out a slit trench into one of these sectors for the captain. I mean, a slit trench right there for the captain, or back over here. Wouldn't be half bad. But it's there as well. Cromwell and Stackhound advancing. One for each. These are from different players. And still only 2 radio triangulations. Might as well just throw one down here. Damage and crit.
We are losing ground.
Grenadiers making an advance. And the Volks Grenadiers getting some great damage there onto the intersection squad. Does force them back. The Grenadiers maybe get the wipe as well. Good damage all across the line. And the Scope Rifle squad will manage to escape on out of there. Stackhound's advancing, doesn't have the Pinto mount upgraded. There's 2 Panzerschrecks that may turn around and kill it. No, it does not enough to kill it.
Propaganda Ministry requests approval for an all-out offensive.
We do got now, looks like Terror Doctors have been selected. Firestorm's now available, should be pretty effective versus the Brits HQs. Cleared out of all Tommies. And now the Panzer Command has deployed them now. Let's see if anything gets called on in. Officer artillery now raining on in. No, that may be decoy barrage. Yep, decoy barrage is now available. Oh, there's a radio triangulation. That is a horrible radio triangulation. So decoy barrage is now available. I'm not sure what for the Royal Artillery player, however. Also now being deployed on out. As Grenadiers are making their way forward, we've got repair sappers here to be able to get some good work repairing up all these buildings. His teammate needs some repairs as well. Maybe overheal his own structures while at it. Order it there onto the Ptolemies. Let's keep the lead player selected since he's the one who submitted the replay. The scope rifle squad does fall back.
The enemy will never be able to match the efficiency of our
Support command, Panzer
structure.
command. Sounds like it's going for Panthers. Oops. As the map, the mini-map goes crazy once again. That is likely a decoy barrage.
Hummel, self-propelled artillery pieces can now be commissioned for our troops.
Hummels can now be deployed, which should be very effective for sieging down these structures and everything around it. And now the Volkswagen squad does fall back. Stag Hound's advancing. Is that a V1? Nope, that's Firestorm. I don't know why I thought I heard a V1. A Firestorm now running on in. Looks like got a wipe on the repair sapper. Ostwind and Panzer Grenadiers making their way forward as well. Stag Hound does go down. Scope Rifle Squad, we're seeing quite a bit of fire right now. Double Pantrick Grenadiers are making their way forward, trying to hit some of these forces. This HQ command truck is severely wounded. We've got a spot command Cromwell in the region as well. He does get a double hit there, double tap onto the HQ, taking it out. Now we've got some more decoy barrages raining on in. And over here, we do have now the Bren carrier roaming around, receiving misses from the Panzerschrecks, but the Ostwind says hello. The Ostwind's currently unvetted, but getting some great hits there on the Sapper squad. Sapper squad does fall back there. Cromwell and Firefly deployed out in the field. One Bren or Piet squad does go, or Piet does get dropped. And one of those was the actual barrage. I think it's on top of the Pack 30. It's the actual barrage. Gets a direct hit there as well, and the gun does get destroyed out. Good hit there. And the Brand Gunner does pick up the Piet, so should be able to button and Piet. Armo does get forced and back. Casualties are being claimed. 2 casualties away. Got now forward a HQ truck here. Bit more reserve position. Oh, here the Volkswagen make the good advances. Another casualty being recovered. Here we may see a Panzerfaust on the Bren carrier, but we do not. The MP-44 does get forced on back. Does press immediately that scope rifle squad with the G43s. Got 3 squads of Pantrix are advancing. And now the V1's available. He's pretty close to munitions for it as well, which can help siege down these base locations. Ooh, and there is a Creeping Barrage or Officer Artillery. That may be a Creeping Barrage. I don't see a 17 pounder out in the field, so I may be mistaken about that. It has to be a Creeping Barrage. Ah, it must have been fired from the Priest. Over here, we've got the Sapper squad advancing, suppressed by the MG42. Casualty recovery bunkers has 0 casualties claimed. I see 3 or 4 Panzer Grenadiers on the field. I think he built one. I think the other 3 were free ones, so he's got quite a bit of Grenadiers from it.
The enemy advances.
Firefly and Cromwell push their way forward. Ostwind rolling around. And I got these Grenadiers engaging the infantry section. Pack 38 receiving some hits there. Cromwell receiving a bit of fire. He does take out the Cromwell. Maybe there's the... Oh, here comes the V1 as well. Command taking Firefly in this region. The V1 maybe lining up over here. Maybe over here. Hard for me to say. Oh, way over there. Looks like he may have got a full wipe there. That could have been just 3 of the sapper models there. He has largely avoided. The truck did receive a bit of hit as well. Lucky he has sappers, but the casualty clearing station has gone down.
We are losing territory.
Scope rifles making their advance.
What now?
If trap tracks push the way forward, we got this Grenadier squad severely winning. Will need to fall back over shortly.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
And now we have another creepy barrage being called on in. And it looks like that maybe decoy barrage, that could be an actual barrage as well. Artillery is going to be eyeing. Maybe, yep, looks like it's going down this way. Nope, it's heading up this way. Stag hounds advancing, getting some good hits there. Good hits there. Scope rifle squad still suppressed.
We are losing ground.
And Grenadiers will receive a hit there as well. Over here, we've got the infrastructure advancing forward. And the scope rifle squad could go down really shortly. We've got a barrage onto this region, getting them hit there on the infantry half track. Over here, we've got the Firefly engaging the infantry. And Grenadiers, 1 Panzerschreck advancing. No, that's a 2 Panzerschreck squad. The other Grenadiers have not been upgraded Panzerschrecks. He's probably saving his munitions for all his off-map fun support. Staghounds receiving good fire there as well. The Panzerschrecks could potentially finish him off. He's paying attention. And there goes the black half-track. Or not half-track, the... Yeah, it is half-track, not black. Staghound does go down. Also has 1 level veteran seat, doesn't go a whole lot of damage right at the moment. MP40 volts big advance as well. Also getting some good hits there now. And the P8 squad will need to fall back really shortly. We're seeing a bit too much fire right there.
Unit down.
A good hit there on the Pack 38. I think that Cromwell's hit, but the overhealing resolved the shot pretty much. Got another decoy barrage raining on in. And that squad does fall back now. Lieutenant receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Potentially could get wiped out. And does get wiped out there. Looks like one of the Panzer squad did get wiped out. Drops its P8, or not P8, Panzerschreck. And that's one of the most deadly weapons you want to pick up. Firefly receiving a bit of hits there as well. Grenadiers could try and grenade on top of the repair sappers. He's halfway off cooldown for the V1, but he has enough munitions there for a firestorm. Scope rifles receiving hits from these Grenadiers, a veteran C2 at the moment.
We're losing territory.
Now Hummel's not eyeing for a barrage as well. We also got Panther, Austere Panzer, a Wehrmacht Panther. As we got the Hummel running up barrage in over here. There goes the Captain Grad.
Attention. The enemy advances.
Let's get forced back to the scope rifle squad. Regular Grenadiers do fall back as well. Mortar hit getting sprayed there on the scope rifles. Scope rifles when you fall back, the prone being wiped at this moment. And here comes now a barrage. This could be a creeping barrage. This could be a regular barrage. This may be a creeping barrage. Yep, creeping barrage. Oops, hit my microphone again. Let's get a good hit there for Cromwell. Cromwell's at 11 kills, not bad. See some misses there in the Pantrix. Grenadiers are making their advance forward. This was not upgrade Pantrix, so pursuing the Firefly, that's not a great idea. Warferman barrage ring on in, getting some minor hits. 0 kills, the most on Maven's first barrage. Scope Rifle Squad getting suppressed there by the MP42. Yes, maybe a decoy barrage right there. Yes, that is a Bren in Piet squad. Infantry section does drop a Bren there. That'd be great for the G43 squad to pick on up. Farmo does find a hit there and rolls a miss on or bounce onto the Panther. Panther sends a pen in return. Also receiving quite a bit of abuse, so will need to fall back. He does have one repair bunker in the region. As the Cromwell does see the hit there. Goodness there onto the Staghound next. And over here we do have another Staghound being deployed, has been deployed on out. Grenadiers could, or Volksgrenadiers could try firing a Panzerfaust. Volksgrenadiers are getting suppressed by the unit, and we do have now sector artillery now running on in. This is actually quite a deadly sector because it builds up to its opponent's resource or structures and potential unit reinforcement locations. Volksgrenadiers do fall back in time.
Carry on, your fallen brothers struggle.
Looks like Zeal's now available. Ooh, good hit there on the Panzergrenadiers. They do get forced back. We do got a number of booby traps being put out. This northern radio has been mainly destroyed, I believe. Staghound does receive hit there from the Panther Shrek as these Grenadiers are getting some good shots in. Panther finds a shot as well. Panther Shrek lines up a shot. Panther does get the main gun short crit there. One shot should go down. Panther's far charge a bit too far forward. These are inspired Fireflies, and the Panther does go down right there. And there's also 2 Cromwells here as well, all supported by a command tank. That is quite a bit of vehicles there deployed out by that Brit. Patrick trying to eye a shot there on the Staghound was not successful. There's also a landmine here deployed out by the Brits. Volksgrenadiers will need to fall back. The VPs are quite in favor of the Axis players. They still have 493. Grenadiers push the way forward as well. Scope Rifle Squad still suppressed. Receives a grenade right there. Didn't get wiped out. Grenadiers will perhaps take time to capture the point. But the Scope Rifle Squad may get wiped down. Cromwells and Fireflies push the way forward. It gets hits there onto the machine gunner. Does force back those models there. Pack 38 pushes the way forward as well. Trying to eye for some shots. Grenadiers capture the VP. Does roll a miss there. No, maybe a hit on the Firefly. But now we've got, I think, a decoy. No, that's an actual barrage raining on in from the commandos. So a Staghound right there. MG bunker does stay on up. Act 30 company pushes way forward once again. Got the Cromwell, and the Firefly does take out the MG bunker now. So our Panthers push away forward as well. Fireflies send some pens there. We got 2. These are the Panzer Lead Panthers as well. Though exposing the rear armor like that's not a good idea. Creeping barrage going to the base as well. Hummel is wounded, alive. And there goes the med bunker. He has claimed a number of grenadiers from it, so probably really not needed to get it replaced at the moment. But he's there on the grenadier. And good hits there from these Warfermans. Over here, we got the Staghounds advancing. And it does get actually some model kills there with that booby trap. Looks like one of the Fireflies have gone down, was severely wounded by that Warfman. Panther's charging on 4 as well. We'll find the Staghounds, but there's Fireflies in the back firing away. 2 Fireflies, 1 inspired. This Panther's quite wounded. Staghounds advancing forward, trying to overrun the Pack 38. They're being successful. Also getting some nice rearm hits there under that Staghound. Firefly slowly backing away. Both these Panthers are quite wounded. Oswin finds some good shots there on that Staghound. Oswin managed to get a kill there. Having trouble without not hitting the rear armor. Oswin's receiving a hit. MP40 Bolts trying to charge forward, hit the Scope Rifle Squad, and does claim the kill there of that Staghound. The Oswin will need to get on out of there. Destroyed engine crit, so that's Oswin's good as dead. And now these Panthers need a lot of repairs. Got a Hummel. That is the same Hummel that was severely wounded. Wolfram and Barrage raining on in over here. Getting some hits. Most on the infantry, but good hits there on the Cromwell as well. Pantrek does roll a hit there. And it looks like a Commando Glider pushing his way forward. Wait, is that Tetra Glider? No, that's a Commando Glider. Okay. There goes that Firefly. Very nice. The Commandos could pick up a Panzerschreck right there. And a Piet. Looks like on to barrage that choke point. Very nice. And we also got at least 2 repair bunkers. Commandos do get spotted there. Does see a hit there. Takes out all the repair pioneers.
The enemy advances.
Staghounds now receiving some fire from these Panthers. Good hit there from the Firefly as well. Down the Glider, good hit there onto the Panther. It did had a overheal, so that did absorb a shot for him. Cromwell's making his advance. Cromwell's slightly wounded. Panthers will going back on off. They're a little bit wounded themselves. MP40 Volks force back the repair pioneers as they receive multiple hits there from the Cromwell. Ooh, that Cromwell's getting some great hits there. All because it's inspired by the command tank. Good hits there on the Firefly. Commandos with Panzerschreck. It's not something we want to see. Let's get suppressed there by G43 squad. Oh yeah, there's a G43 on this squad right there. Good mortar hit there on the Commandos, which will force them back. This trench looks like it was trying being built. Does get cancelled right there. And up here, it looks like the Staghound's trying to run away from a Panther. It is so far running away successfully. We'll run straight into the priest. Maybe a good idea to let the Staghound die rather than deliver it to a priest. Being destroyed. Priest 50 cal. This is not War Thunder, but the 50 cal does decent work. Destroyed engine crit. He's just not getting lucky killing that Staghound. Heat Hacker is now available. And there goes the Staghound. Priest needs to run away. We got the Commando Brens with a Panzerschreck push away forward. More artillery barrages raining on in. Got 2 Warfmen here. This is, of course, an austere Panther. And booby trap has been triggered. Has been dodged. And listen, this AT gun does get overran by the Staghound. Bunker now under siege. We got the looks like 4-man squad has been researched by the Panzer Elite player. And the B1 rocket is off cooldown, and of course we know about the King Tiger available. G43 squad does fall back there. Panther says hello. We're seeing multiple hits there from both Panthers. We got artillery running in this general region. Looks like some minor splash on the tanks so far. Could be deadly to the repair crews. And this stack count does receive a good hit there from the Hummel, and the Panther does finish it off. Oh, that's a cinder. That's a no, not a cinder grenade. A red grenade being thrown by the Grenadiers, getting a good hit there on the repair range sappers. Oh, we got a V1 strike somewhere. I think it's right around here. Oh! There goes. Was that a Cromwell or Command Cromwell? Either way, that is a good hit. Looks like that may be a creeping barrage. Let's take out the repair engineers, which is fine, or repair staff of pioneers. We've got these Panzer Grenadiers sprinting forward to support the Panthers. Does find a landmine there with one of the Panthers. He needs to get that quickly repaired up. Maybe with one of these Panzer Grenadiers in the region. Panthers slowly crawling forward. One of the Fireflies do go down as well. It's not looking good for the Allies, especially without that V1. And now there's a couple more tanks right there. They're starting to disintegrate. And I haven't really been paying attention to how effective the Hummel barrages are. Let's take a quick look at the Hummel. That's a martyr. Not a Hummel. There's a Hummel. That doesn't even got a single as +1 vehicle kill there, but that's last time checking. It only had 6 infantry, so that Hummel has not been effective. And sort of weird to see a martyr. Martyrs are okay. They might be needing a slight buff, either damage or durability. Right now, they don't really have either. If they had more damage, it makes a bit more stand apart from the Hetzers. Exercise casting in GG perhaps a little bit too soon. The ex-allies are still in the game, though they are pushing forward with their Panthers, and now I've got the King Tiger pushing on forward. No kills King Tiger, so I don't think they've even been spotted just yet. Now we've got a Firestorm, Fear Storm being called on in, which could eventually seal the deal. Panthers receive a bit of fire there, won't need to fall back. King Tiger now makes its advance. Does get a hit there on the Cromwell. Fireflies get some hits there, and looks like the bunker will get burned alive thanks to the Firestorm. Command tank trying to support these guys, which the Panther or the Firefly does need it. Does get inspired right there, receives a miss there. Now Warfman Barrage raining on in. Looks like an Overwatch barrage being utilized by the Priest. Hummel barrage raining on in. King Tigers receive quite a bit of shots. And there goes the Firefly. That is a very important asset. This Cromwell could pass the circle around, but the Martyr is here to support. Finish off the HQ with the Martyr. Very nice. And you can't circle around the King Tiger Cromwell with long that Martyr's there, especially when being set on up. It looks like one of the birds have backed out of the game. Not sure if both. So I'm just going to fast forward because this one backed out. Yep, it's both of them. And that's the end of the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.